NSEV Healing, non-somatic extraordinary vessel healing, explores all of the world's healing and wisdom traditions, from conventional Western medicine to the most esoteric of healing practices, and filters them all through the lens, the worldview, the paradigm of Chinese traditional medicine and acupuncture.
One of the really interesting things about studying NSEV is that it's a way of looking at the world, not just of approaching your patient.
Dan's teaching and his, just organic presentation of how we are, the extraordinary vessel model, was profound for me from the beginning.
One of the fun aspects of the training is you learn to see these treatments, or we call the vessels, in everything, in art. You hear them in music, poetry. So it really is a whole different way of looking at the world.
My background is that I'm a physical therapist. I've worked at Jackson Memorial Hospital in the Trauma Center for 10 years. The NSEV protocol has affected every avenue of my life, my connection to nature, my connection to my family, my identical twin, my relationships, my ability to really listen and be with my patients, and most importantly, my ability to listen and be with myself.
What's really exciting to me about approaching a patient with NSEV is that I can pick up on a small mannerism or one thing that a patient says or some seemingly insignificant symptom, and use that information to then, with the treatment, cut to the core essence of the patient's issue, and not only affect their physical symptoms, but their emotional symptoms and their way of being in the world.
The beauty of the NSEV model is for me, experientially, I learned about the Yang Wei and the Dai and the Yin Wei and the Chong, and what they are through doing the treatments on myself. So I thought about them, but then I also viscerally experienced them, which is I experienced my humanity in a deeper way.
From the very, very first time that I started to study acupuncture, I had this attraction to the extraordinary vessels. There was almost no information in writing at the time. So every practitioner of acupuncture I ever met, I always inquired and dialogued with them about what they knew of the extraordinary vessels. During this time, I ran into a practitioner who came from a long family lineage which used the extraordinary vessels almost exclusively in their practice. From him, I had my breakthrough moment. I learned the rudiments of what became the NSEV healing, and he shared with me what became a basic tenet of NSEV healing, which is that we must explore the extraordinary vessels to truly know them through their direct experience. It's not something that could come from outside yourself. And so beginning then, I began the practice of doing a master couple point treatment every day. And to this point, I've done over 8,000 direct extraordinary vessel treatments on myself, and I've treated between 75 and 80,000 patients using the extraordinary vessel model. Another major area of explorations within the NSEV healing movement has been the shared group acupuncture experience. What grew out of an exercise for my acupuncture students has grown into a movement of its own. These shared group acupuncture experiences, where a group of people receive the same extraordinary vessel acupuncture treatment at the same time. We've coupled these shared group acupuncture experiences with live music, meditations, and many other wonderful things. This year we had 165 people receive acupuncture from 15 different acupuncturists in the grand ballroom of the Biltmore Hotel in Miami. These types of experiences, where we're exploring the collective aspect of the acupuncture experiences as well as the individual aspects, is very exciting and holds great potential for the future for treating large groups of people with shared goals or conditions. NSEV Healing today has many tracks. It's got your professional clinical track, where we train acupuncturists and other healthcare professionals in how to utilize the extraordinary vessels in this model to treat and work with people with a myriad of conditions. We conduct research over the last decade. We've conducted research into depression and mood disorders. We've worked with integrating this style of acupuncture into a social service setting. We have had retreats, workshops, seminars, and events for everyone, from the general public on family health care, on individual growth, on how to take care of oneself, to trainings for professionals on how to integrate it into their practice.